Okay, good day everyone. So today we'll be discussing about pressure head. So what is pressure head? So pressure, so in a fluid is a force per unit area exerted by the fluid on a surface. So in a static fluid, pressure increases with depth due to the weight of the fluid above it. So the formula would be pressure is equals to Philippine General Hospital, the PGH, or density times gravity times height. Okay? So let's go. Okay, so application of pressure head. So the pressure exerted by the water on the submerged hull of a ship increases with depth. So as you can see in this simple uh, uh, illustration, so we have a water bottle with water in it. So as you can see, the lower or the deeper the water, the higher the pressure. As you can see, there is a higher pressure in that part of the bottle. But while if it is not that deep like it is on the top, so it has lower pressure. Okay, so formula will be same. Pressure is equals to density times gravity times height. Okay, so we will not go deeper in there. So we will go with the applications of pressure head. So first application is in the ship hull. So ship hull for design and stability. So this means that the pressure at this depth is equivalent to the pressure from a column of seawater 10 meters high. So that is 100,365 Pascal, or almost 1 bar of pressure. So as you can see, in every 10 meter of water, there is an equivalent of almost 1 bar of pressure. Okay, next for the ballast tanks and pump systems. So as you can see in the diagram, we have here a ship, and around all over around or not outside or the outer part of the cargo hold is the ballast tank. So there are different purpose for ballast tank. First is for stability of the ship. So you put ballast water into the ballast tank to stabilize your ship, to lower down your um, center of gravity. So this another purpose for ballast tank is it is also a protection. So if ever there will be a grounding of the ship, so the cargo hold will not be damaged, especially if your cargo is if your ship is a tanker, so your cargo are oil, so there will not be an oil spill as long as your ballast tank is still intact. So the first part of the ship that will be damaged during grounding will be at the bottom. We have here the ballast tank. So if the ballast tank will be damaged on the second part, so that is the time in which cargo will go outside the ship. But if the ballast tank is still intact, so you have a protection. Also on the side of the ship, if you will have a collision with another ship, and it is not that um, strong collision, or there is just the damage on the ballast tank only, so your cargo is still protected. So that is another purpose for our ballast tanks. So ballast tanks, the pressure head is important for calculating the required pump pressure when filling or emptying tanks at various depths. So the pressure head tells engineers how much pressure is needed, or in this situation, the deck officers, how much pressure is needed at the base of the tank to ensure proper fluid movement. Okay, another application of pressure head is for our manometers and pressure gauges. So manometers measure the pressure head of a liquid column and are often used to monitor the internal pressure of tanks, pipelines, and other fluid systems on ships. Also in the parts of on our engines also. So manometers are also used. Okay, so this is a YouTube manometer, and this is a Bourdon tube gauge or pressure gauge. Okay, another application of pressure head in marine engineering is submarine and underwater vehicle design. For submarines and underwater vehicles, pressure head is critical for calculating the pressure acting on the vessel's hull at different depths. So the deeper the submarine goes, the higher the pressure it experiences. So engineers use pressure head calculations to ensure the submarine's hull is strong enough to withstand these pressures. So as they say, there something happened on those millionaires or billionaires that go dive deeper into the ocean to see the Titanic, and then when suddenly their submarine collapsed, or there is an implosion happened, so they all died. I don't really know how, if that really happened, so I'll still have to check on it. Okay, another application for pressure head is also, there is difference. Avoid confusion between pressure head versus pressure. So as you can see, head can sometimes be confused with pressure purely because there is a close relationship between the two parameters, but there is one fundamental difference. So head is fluid independent, that is regardless of the fluid's relative density, the pump will lift it to the same height. So this is the pump, the head. So the height in which liquid is lifted by the pump. Okay? So while pressure on the other hand is fluid dependent and is affected by gravity. So therefore the same head will generate a different pressure depending on the fluid's relative density. Okay, so that's it for manometers. I hope you learned something today, and I'll see you on our next video.